Welcome to Mishna study, Masachet Shabbat Perek Mishnah Dalet. Over here in this Mishnah, we're continuing what an animal cannot go out with on Shabbat. En hamor yotzeh, and donkey cannot go out b'mardaat bizman she'ena keshura lo. Can't go out with the saddle when it's not tied to him. Right? We said they're allowed to go out when it's tied down to him. If it's not tied down to him, we don't allow them. You take it out. Below bezug, right? What would be the issue? I think over here the issue is more that it may fall off, and then you may come to carry it. Below bezug afapishu pakuk, you can't take out a bell. Right, even if it's plugged, like with cotton, so it's not going to ring. Right, usually if you plug it, if you have a bell and you're taking it outside, so it looks like you're going to be taking it out to the shuk or for them to go out and play. Right, it looks like that's what you're taking them out for. Now, even if you go ahead and plug it and it's not going to make that noise, you're still going to go out with this bell around its neck. It's not allowed to go out. This donkey can't go out with this sulam. It's literally a ladder, but it seems like it's more of these rods, these wooden rods on the side of its neck, right, that they would go ahead and put. So let's say if an animal had a bruise, right, or an open wound on its back, so it can't go ahead and lick its wound and really won't allow it to heal. So they tie these rods, these wooden rods on the side, so it can't really move its neck, and it'll allow the wound to heal. No, you're allowed to go ahead and take it outside. When they did su'ah, they would tie this, also this skin, or right, more like a leather strap. They would, on its foot if it became hurt, right? So again, to allow it to heal. Now moving on to chickens. What are they not allowed to go out with? They can't go out with these little strings. They will go ahead and tie these little colorful strings, a tiny little string around their foot, so they know, maybe so they can identify them. So they can identify them. And the Mishnah continues, right? They can go out with these strings or the tzuot. Also there was a more of a strap that was more tied loosely around the around his foot. Right, the rams, they can't go out with a little wagon, right? If they had a really nice fat tail. Harabam says, he testifies in Egypt, a lot of times they would have this, the tail's like really fat and big portion of their body, and it was, they wanted to keep it nice and plump. So what would they do? They would put a little wagon, some wheels underneath the tail, so it doesn't rub and drag against the ground. The halim, right? The female sheep can't go out when they are hanun. Hanun is like an herb that they would put in the nose, and it would cause them to sneeze and get all the worms off of them. Right, so this was, I guess, important for the woman, the girl sheep, the female sheep, and the males didn't, because they would just buck heads and ram each other all the time, and that would just get all the the worms, the bugs off of them. But for the female sheep, this is what they would do in order to get the worms off. You're not allowed to do that on Shabbat. An aigel, right, a little baby calf, can't go out with a gimon. Gimon is also some type of yoke, right, for plowing. There's a small one that they would put on them. This is from the pasuk Halachov K'Agmon Rosho in Yeshayahu. Right, that's where the Agmon comes from. Nor can a cow go out. A female cow can't go out with orakupad. Orakupad is literally the skin from like a porcupine. Right? We had a porcupine in Masechet Kilayim, right? And what's this? So again, they would take this this skin from prickly skin of a porcupine, and they would tie it around the udders of a cow, so no other little animals could come and try to milk from the cow itself. Now you're allowed to go ahead and place a strap in between its horns, right, on top of its head. And the Mishnah brings an interesting maaseh, similarly to be soter. Right? The animal, the cow of Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah would go out, right? Would go out into public with a strap in between its horns, without the, it was against the will of Hachamim. The way the Gemara actually explains this is not that it was Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah. Para is his actual cow, but it was his neighbor's, right? His neighbor, she used to allow this, and he didn't, stop her. and therefore they attributed it to him. But halacha is not like him, like we mentioned, and everything over here, Rambam points out, everything we mentioned over here is an issue. It looks like a masoy. It looks like something that is a burden for the animal, and that's why mitamzin esa kol mashin esa. This is why everything is asur. Like we mentioned, which is interesting, right? Because Rashi over here, especially in the last one, he points out that the issue is the strap may fall and you may carry it for Amot and Rishut Rabim. Rambam says no, it's a masoy. It's literally like a burden, for the cow itself. And yeah. Over here, not like to be Asam. This sums up this perek, and the next perek we move into what a woman is allowed to go out with and men on Shabbat, what they are allowed to carry and not.